Hey Cole, this is Mrs. Skogland. Just wanted to give you a little bit of feedback on your summer assignments. So we're mostly going to be talking about this chapter 9 L-directed question since that was the one that you starred, but I'll kind of reference some other things about your project as well throughout the video. So the first thing that I look for in a body paragraph is a strong topic sentence, which we want to be kind of this first sentence that answers the question and really sort of previews what's coming in the paragraph. And I thought you had some really nice topic sentences throughout this project, Cole. So I liked this one because it exactly told me like the meaning is necessary, but we also show how it's found. So that's kind of tying back to the importance and really answering that question. So that was good to see. What I look for next is actually at the end of your paragraph, and it's a concluding sentence, which we want to, again, sort of tie back to the question, maybe sort of start getting some of the importance in there. In this particular paragraph, I noticed you just had a piece of commentary. There wasn't actually a separate concluding sentence, but in some of your other paragraphs that I read earlier on, you did have some concluding sentences. So I didn't take off a ton for that, but I did take off a few points just because this one that I looked at didn't have that. So I would encourage you to go back and revise and make sure that there is a clear ending to all of your paragraphs, okay? All right, next, I looked at evidence. I thought you did a great job selecting evidence and really picked quotes that developed your answer to the questions. And I think embedding-wise, which is like how you're integrating it, you're really close. I think you have the right idea for how to embed it. There's just kind of some minor details that need to be fixed. So like when I read this one, I'm going to say the author's response to a quote of Frankel's or the author responds, I guess, to a quote of Frankel's by saying, meaning can sometimes grow from suffering. So notice there's like a natural pause there. So anytime we have like a dialogue word leading into a quote, we want to put a comma. Down here, this one flowed a little bit better, like describes meaning as a combination of blah, blah, blah. But anytime you are taking just a chunk of the quote, which is called a flow quote, you don't need the ... at the front, okay? And also we don't want to capitalize it since it's kind of just flowing in together. So I know those are pretty minor things, but we'll be working on that. So I just kind of wanted you to notice just how we could clean those quotes up a little bit. Next on commentary, I think you're on the right track on commentary, Cole. Like you're not just literally summarizing the quotes, but like for example, here you say Victor found meaning despite the, atrocities he was involved in. Well, yes, but like I want to know a little bit more, right? Like I want you to come back to this question and really tell me like, so why does that mean that meaning is a really important sense or our directed thing? So I just felt like a lot of times your commentary was kind of brief, and I would encourage you again to revise or even to write more than one sentence. Lastly, I looked at conventions and citations. Your citations look great, so good job there. Conventions, I did notice just, I think, some proofreading issues like author responds, not to response. Here, the title of the book isn't capitalized. We want to avoid personal pronouns like you. So just kind of some things we can clean up. Your art-directed activities looked really good, I thought. I actually really liked this first one where you wrote this short story with the different families. I thought that was great and just a really creative way to approach that question. So I liked that a lot. Overall, just wanted to give you a little bit of feedback.